Hey everyone, I want to tell you about an evangelism event we did this past Saturday. It's a new strategy that we started using in evangelism to reach people. We went down to the North Coast Music Festival in Chicago with the idea of drawing people into us. So we had signs. We had free spiritual reading signs, we had free psychic reading signs, and we held up the signs and we just let people come to us so we could prophesy over them. And it was totally awesome. We had 9 people that we got to prophesy over. And I'll tell you up front, after we were done with the prophetic word, we went into where we got our information from. So basically it was something like, hey, just to let you know, the Spirit we're talking to is the Holy Spirit. We believe in God the Father, the Holy Spirit, and Jesus. And it's Him who knows you, and we listen to His voice and give you what we feel like He's saying to you. And we give a little bit of a gospel message so that they understand what we're doing and where it's coming from. So we got to prophesy over 9 people, and I'd love to tell you about all of them, but I'll give you some quick glimpses here. So we had the one guy, as we're standing in front of him, I had this picture of him on a horse. And what it made me think of was George Washington. You know, the picture of George Washington on a horse in front of the river. That's the picture I had. What I told him was, I saw you on a horse, and you're a leader. You're a natural-born leader, and I see you as like a general. But I don't want to tell you to go into the army or anything. I just see you as a leader. And afterwards, he said, you know, it's funny when you told me that. The first thing I thought of was a picture of George Washington on a horse, and I'm going into the Navy, and I actually want to be president one day. So it like all came together. He had the same picture that I had when I told him, even though I didn't tell him what the picture was. And then we had this other guy who was standing off at the corner, and he's like, "Hey, you got free psychedelics?" And I was like, "Sure, come on over, get some free psychedelics." He's like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, come on over." And he comes over, and I was like, he's like, you know, give me some drugs is what he's looking for. And I said, well, you know, we don't have drugs, but I'll give you a little bit of a trip here. Let us just give you a word. He was a little hesitant, and so he had the girl he was with, and the people I was with gave them a word, but God decided to give him a word anyway, and I just came out with this, you know, that he was an entrepreneur and an inventor, and these two things were coming together in his future and the way that he works things together. And I think he was a little weirded out. I think it was a little too right on for him, so he didn't have a whole lot of response to it, but he was blessed and he left. We had somebody who was so blessed, they tried to give us money. It was, you know, we just gave them these words about how awesome they were, and they were pulling money. They literally both pulled a 20 out of their pocket to give us. And we're like, no, we don't accept money. But they tried to give it to us anyway. And then the last person we prophesied over was totally awesome. We had just had so many great words for her. And the first thing I had for her was I saw a picture of a 4-leaf clover, and I looked at her and I said, you know, and I wasn't really sure because her name was Kelly, and so I thought maybe, you know, it was my own stuff that I was thinking Kelly and, you know, Ireland and 4-leaf clover, but I found out it was God. So I said to her, I said, do you ever feel like you're really lucky? And she said, oh yeah, all the time I feel like I'm lucky. I said, well actually, I don't believe that's luck. So I don't believe in luck. I believe in blessing. And I believe that that's something you carry and something you have on you, and just kind of went into this word for her about that. And somebody else came in and said, you know, you have this inheritance in your family, and this generational thing that's living inside your family that is going to be uncovered. And she's living with her son and her mom now, and there's all this generational family stuff going on in her life. One person came in and said, you know, I see the spotlight like you're searching, and you've been searching and searching. Your search is coming to an end, and she said, you know, you're going to have these dreams, and the moment the other gal said you're going to have these dreams, God just said to me, yeah, these dreams you're going to start having. And I told her, you're going to start having these dreams, and they're going to start to fit together like a puzzle piece, and you're going to have to put them together. And we found out that she, like her, I think it was her sister-in-law, is like starting up this ministry / church, and she's been helping with that, and like everything we said confirmed everything that was going on in her mind. She's like, I cannot believe this. I am totally blessed. You have no idea. I am so glad I came over here. You've completely changed my day. And all we did, and that's just 4 of them. I mean, there's so many more. And all we did is go out there and we loved on people and we told people about how awesome they were through prophetic words. And it was a phenomenal day. So, take this, be encouraged, go out on the streets and be Jesus with skin on.